Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever part of the world you're from. Basically, it's a beautiful day today. I'm gonna have a good day. I'm gonna make some pork rind encrusted meatballs tonight for dinner. Trying to keep it carnivore, you know. Today I was watching some videos from a couple called the Vegan Couple. Really nice couple, but there were some things that they were saying that not very accurate. And I know how it is. I know people push their agendas and stuff like that. People try to support their cases, their causes, and things of that nature. But they were saying that there's a, moon and rock people out there that they were vegetarians, and then they felt like they were lacking nutrients in their life, and they went back to eating some animal products from time to time. And basically, it really was striking them wrong, to the point where they felt like they were really they said that they didn't care about the people talking trash on their channel and stuff like that. They can deal with all that, but the one thing that they can't deal with is vegans that realize it's not working for them, and then they go back to carnivorous eating or eating animal products. And regardless of how they feel, they said that's what really bothers them the most. Well, they made some other statements and stuff in their video. They were talking about how when the lady of the Moon and Rock channel was talking about craving nutrients, and she started eating some more eggs and fish, which are really high in nutrients, omegas, things of that nature. So I can see why you would be craving that, especially if you're deficient in it. That it wasn't what was in it that she was craving, that it was the amount of calories that she was lacking. Guys, that is the furthest thing from the truth that I've ever seen in my life. Pregnant women that crave chocolate, women that crave chocolate, men that crave chocolate, a lot of times some type of magnesium deficiency, something of that nature. People that crave salty food, it's not the food itself or the crack or the potato chip, whatever it is, or the fry. It's the actual salt that's on it that your body's craving. It's not necessarily the calories. And then they also made it seem like making yourself calorie deficient in any form is what would cause you to crave these other things. That's not the case. A lot of times it's what's in the product that our body wants more than anything, and we've already heard that over the years. I mean, this is nothing new. I've been doing this 15 years now, and you would think with a lengthy amount of time of doing something, people would learn that their whole idea behind it's a calorie deficiency that's causing you to crave certain types of foods is not the case. That's like the oldest, outdated, misinformed way of explaining things to people that I've ever seen. They also started assimilating plant proteins and animal proteins being kind of like the same thing. Basically, when it comes down to it, that's the gist of what they were saying. That's not the case either. Vitamin B12, heme iron, stuff like that cannot be found in plants in an abundance. You'll find in animal products, and that's why it's so important to eat a well-balanced diet. I just simply can't handle plant products, so I choose to eat a carnivorous diet because it doesn't make any of my digestive tract inflame. It helps me mentally, and allows me to continue my daily function without having to worry if I overeat, because when I overeat meat, nothing really happens. I just gain a little bit of weight and I lose it within a day or two, try back to normal. So my whole thing here is, if you break down animal protein chains versus plant protein chains, they're not the same. Each amino acid, your body will break the protein down into an amino acid, and then it's used accordingly. So you might have 6 or 7 different chains to that amino acid, and it's only as strong as its weakest link. So you might have one chain that's ranked at a 42, one that's 35, 27, 44, 26, and then 17. That amino acid chain is only as strong as its weakest link. But then you might look at a plant protein and break down the amino acid that your body would change it into, and you would get like 22, 18, 11, 6, 10. Small numbers in that chain. So yes, the proteins are the same. The amino acid complex that your body breaks it down into is completely different. And then she was actually saying that cardiovascular disease, heart disease, arteriosclerosis, stroke, things of that nature, they were relating that back to animal products again. Guys, a lot of that stuff's already been debunked. We're already seeing that we don't actually understand when it comes down to it. We don't understand exactly what causes those things other than having refined carbohydrates and sugars and stuff in your diet, and limiting your complex sources to good healthy non-starchy basis, so the arteries don't inflame, and then you can have your fat and your carbohydrates together as long as they come from clean sources. This is the problem that we seem to be having now, and yet you still have vegans cherry-picking information out there to support their cause, because animals don't have rights, because they can't say, yes mister, I want you to kill me and use me for food, or no mister, I don't want you to use. Come on, let's get on past this. That whole debate it's already gone. We're never going to not have animals for food. That's not going to go away. And the vegan diet is not going to ever be a staple to any. It's not going to happen. It's people are going to be vegan or they're not going to be vegan, but animals are not going to go away as food. And it won't happen. There's too many people that lose money in the grand scheme of things. There are too many people that actually rely on it for a living and health, especially me. I don't eat vegetables at all anymore. Rarely will I eat vegetables, because most of my nutrition comes from animal products. My lipid profile is great. I have no inflammation in my body. I'm still a little bit overweight. I'm still trying to lose that last 35, 40 pounds, but I'm okay. I'm healthy. I'm thriving in my life right now. I'm great at work. I've lost my 140 pounds. I want to lose the last little bit, but I think I'm going to do it more fasting based than anything, and just because I feel so great fasting, and I feel great building off of animal products. It's just what I do. I found an article that kind of breaks it down, pretty beneficial from both sides. It's an animal versus plant protein article. It's in Medical News Today. The title is, so you can look it up, what is the difference between animal and plant proteins? So if I scroll down to the section where it starts, one of the main differences between plant and animal proteins involves their amino acid contents, and that's exactly what I was saying. Amino acids are building blocks of protein. When the body digests the proteins into food, it breaks them down into amino acids. The body may need different amino acids at different times. Many people believe that the diet should include complete sources of protein which contain all 9 essential amino acids. Some animal proteins are complete sources of protein, such as fish, various types of eggs, dairy products, cheese, milk, whey, red meat, bison, deer, poultry from sources such as chickens, turkeys, and quail, meat from less common sources including boars, hares, and horses. Most plant proteins are incomplete, which means that they are missing at least one of the essential amino acids. However, the plant-based foods such as quinoa and buckwheat are complete sources of protein. I cannot have either one of them. Whenever I put quinoa in my diet, I bloat like crazy. I have digestive issues. I just cannot eat it. So that will never work for me. It is important that vegetarians and vegans to mix their protein sources to ensure that they are getting all of the essential amino acids. The reason why they're pointing that out in this article is because they don't get enough amino acids. They're not getting a full complex of amino acids, and they have to put that extra effort in there to get that complex of amino acids. But meat eaters don't have to do that. We already eat complete sources where our body doesn't have to strive or thrive, or it's not starving for anything. Remember, your body can make its own amino acids as well. It can't make all of them. The following are examples of plant-based foods rich in protein: grains, lentils, nuts, beans, legumes, certain fruits and avocados, soy, hemp, rice, and peas, which all of them make me sick. I cannot have them. Which is better for your health? When choosing between plant and animal sources of protein, it is important to factor in the other nutrients that the other foods provide. Foods rich in protein can have widely ranging nutritional profiles. Certain sources of animal protein can contain high levels of iron and vitamin B12, while some plant-based foods lack these nutrients. On the other hand, plant-specific nutrients called phytonutrients and some antioxidants are absent from sources of animal protein. Animal products contain saturated fat, higher levels of cholesterol than sources of plant protein. A person may wish to avoid animal products for these reasons. Many used to believe that the dietary cholesterol was associated with cardiovascular disease, while recent evidence suggests that there's no significant link. The Institute of Medicine still recommends limiting dietary cholesterol. Fiber is another important factor. Only plant-based foods contain fiber, which helps to keep digestive balance or system balanced. You don't have to have fiber. We've already experienced this on a carnivorous diet. I went for 9 months, 6 of those 9 never having any kind of vegetables, no fiber, no nothing at all. I never had a problem with my digestive tract. Fiber was not a necessity for me. I had no SIBO conditions, no colitis, no Crohn's, no nothing like that. It actually helped me get away from those things and heal from those things. Eating more plant protein may also improve a person's overall health. The result of a 2016 meta-analysis suggested that eating more animal protein, especially that derived from processed red meat, may increase the risk of dying from cardiovascular disease. May increase. However, researchers noted that that link is only found in animal protein and cardiovascular disease in people with at least one lifestyle-related risk, such as smoking, heavy alcohol consumption, or being overweight or obese. So if you're a fairly fit, in-shape person, and you're not suffering from anything, you can have these things, and it's not shown to affect you in any kind of adverse way. Which, in my current state, I'm overweight, but I'm not unhealthy. So that's probably why I'm thriving off of it as opposed to somebody else. My doctor has no concern for me at all. I'm about 40 pounds overweight, but my lipid profile is spot on where she wants it. I show no more signs or symptoms or anything of colitis, diverticulitis, Crohn's, none of that stuff. I had bad digestive problems before I went carnivore. And then once I went carnivore, it kind of went away on its own, just slowly went away. I don't smoke. I don't do the whole alcohol thing. I don't do drugs or any of that stuff. So I don't have to worry about that. The results also indicate eating more plant protein may help reduce the risk and others. This risk in others. In general, the best way to cover a person's dietary needs is to eat a wide variety of food, a well-balanced diet. There is no specific person in the world that's going to tell you 100% eating a plant-based diet, a vegan diet, 100% vegan diet is the best way to do it. Eating a variety of food is the best way to do it if you can handle it. If not, live and let live. You do what works for you. I'm going to keep eating my animal products. You're going to keep eating your vegan diet, and we're both going to be happy. And you're going to come at me with your ideology, and I'm going to come at you and tell you to shut the hell up. And we're going to live. And it's going to be fine. Either way, this is how it's going to be. All right, guys, be blessed. Thank you. Take care. Have a great Saturday. I'll catch you on the other side.